When a person first moves to a country, they pretty much notice the obvious things. Maybe the beaches, if that country has a beach, the food, the cost of living, because those things there are easy to see. But since I've been living in Dominican Republic for the last 5 years, I've realized the biggest difference is not the things you see on social media. They're actually the things that you can feel. If you ask me to show you one day that can explain this country better than any tourist attractions, you know what I'll show you? I'll show you a Sunday. Not Christmas, not the carnival, not Independence Day, just an ordinary Sunday, just like today. Because Sunday tells you what people believe that life is supposed to be. For most of my adult life, Sunday had one purpose, and that was to prepare for Monday. Laundry, meal prep, check emails, run errands, watch the clock, and somewhere around 6 and 7 p.m., that feeling of Monday would start creeping in. You guys know what I'm talking about. The weekend was over. It was time to get ready. Even when I wasn't working, I was still mentally working. And you know what? I didn't realize how normal that was until I actually moved here. The first few Sundays here in Dominican Republic was different for me. I was actually waiting for everybody to be getting ready for Monday. And guess what? They never did. They actually started to turn up more as it got later in the day because they were too busy enjoying their Sunday. I know it sounds simple, but listen, it changed me more than I expected. One thing you'll notice here is that Sunday has its own pace. Not slow because people are lazy, but just slow because ain't nobody trying to outrun the day. You wake up, you grab coffee, you sit outside, you hear the music before you even hear the traffic. Kids are already outside playing. Your neighbors are already gossiping, and the people are present. It's almost like the city collectively decided that today can wait. And I'm gonna tell you, man, that feeling is contagious. And it can feel weird at first because you're taught to believe for decades that if you're not being productive, that you're wasting time. And then one Sunday, I caught myself just sitting around doing absolutely nothing. No phone, no laptop, no editing, just watching life happen. And instead of feeling guilty, guess what? I felt free. And you know one thing I like about Dominican culture, and I've said this before, is how naturally family fits in to everyday life. It's not forced, it's not scheduled in advance, it's just expected. Grandparents, parents, children, cousins, neighbors who might as well be family, they just show up. Nobody asks, what is the plan? Because being together, that is the plan. And that was different for me because back in the US, you have to create time for family because everybody is on the go. But here, family creates time, and that's the subtle difference. Think of this for a second. Just imagine this, merengue coming from the neighborhoods, people laughing from across the streets, dominoes slapping the table. You can hear the moto conchos passing up and down the street. The roosters apparently didn't get the memo that it's the afternoon and not the morning. Maybe hearing church bells, somebody grilling pork or chicken. And here's the thing, nobody's trying to create the perfect moment. They're just living it. And somehow that's what makes it perfect. You can't download that feeling. That's something you're just gonna have to experience. And that's why Dominicans are always at the Colmado. You guys know what I think about the Colmado. They're not going there most of the time to buy anything. A lot of times they're going just to be around the people. I've seen two strangers become complete friends over a cold Presidente and a game of dominoes. I've seen conversations last for hours and nobody's checking the time. Nobody's trying to press anybody. Nobody is networking. Nobody's trying to sell you a course. They're just talking. And somewhere along the way, we have forgotten how valuable that is. Here, Sunday meals, they're not rushed. Nobody's eating in the car. Nobody's balancing their plate while answering emails or talking on the phone. The food becomes the event. You can smell the garlic and the onions throughout the house. Somebody's making sancocho. Somebody's grilling chicken, rice, beans, pork, salad. Everybody contributes something. People eat, they talk, they laugh, they eat some more, they talk some more, they laugh some more. Hours go by, nobody notices it because nobody is trying to leave. This may sound strange, but one of the biggest changes that happened in my life is I stopped caring about time. Not every day, just on Sunday. Sometimes on Sundays, I'll look up and it's already 5 in the afternoon. And I don't know where the day went. And honestly, I don't care. Because it wasn't wasted. In my opinion, it was lived. And that's the difference. Because some of us measure a successful day based on how much you got accomplished. I measure it now on how present I was. And those aren't the same thing. And see, moving abroad is not all about trying to find a cheaper way to live. Sometimes it's to find a better way to live. And that's what I found. I didn't move here because I hated where I was from. I moved here to see if life could feel just a little bit different. And it does. And not because Dominican Republic made my life perfect, because it didn't. I still work. I still have responsibility. I still have stressful days. But Sundays remind me of why I chose this life in the first place. Because success is not all about what you've built. Sometimes it's about what you have time to enjoy. So if someone really wanted to enjoy the Dominican Republic, I wouldn't take them to a luxury condo. I wouldn't take them to an all-inclusive resort. I'll simply say, come spend a Sunday with me. Because if you can understand a Dominican Sunday, then you'll understand why so many people come here for vacation and quietly start imagining a completely different life here. Because life always has a funny way of reminding us what's important to us. And for me, it happens every Sunday. So guys, if you're interested in moving to Dominican Republic, I created what I call the DR Cost of Living Calculator. Links in the video description below. Check it out. Just plug in your numbers and it'll spit out what you can be looking at monthly by living here in Dominican Republic. Also, if you're interested in investing in real estate, links in the video description below. I want to invest in real estate. Check out our website. Let us know if you need any help in purchasing real estate. Also, 2 newsletters, Live Your Best Life newsletter and DR Insiders Real Estate newsletter. Check it out, tons of information. And guys, if you want to be a part of a community, I created what I call the DR VIP network. Guys, you want to be a part of this amazing community. Links in the video description below. We have live calls weekly. Every month, we got an Ask Jay live, man. You can ask me whatever you want to ask me. Guys, links in the video description below. And until the end, keep your goals at the forefront of your mind. Always live in the present, because that's the only way you're going to live your best life. And I'm out. Peace.